What a beautiful day. Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California, and today I'm going to talk about why I'm not starting seeds right now, but what is important to know about the seeds you're going to grow this year. The most important thing, and if you miss out, you could miss out for the entire season. So let's get right into the seeds. And you know what? I'm going to find a place that's not so glary, not so busy, so we can get really down to business and be serious on the seeds that we want to grow and where to get them. So I found a quieter place so we can really get serious about this. First of all, I'm not starting much in seeds right now, though I will admit I did start my purple bok choy, and it's growing fantastic. It's in a dish pan like what you see here, and it's been just great. I've been harvesting from it, and I've been keeping it covered with tulle, but we'll talk about more on that later. Those were started a good month and a half ago. Now let me discuss what's going on. We are in winter, and last night, out of the blue, in Southern California here, it was 36 degrees, and it's supposed to even be getting cooler. We've had wind, we've had rain, but when we don't have cloud cover, it gets really cold. So this is really not the time to start seeds. This is the time to rest, kick back, think about what you want to start. And that's where we are right now. We are in winter. This is what nature did. Winter, everything goes to rest. Now, if you've got a greenhouse, of course you can do whatever you want. But a lot of us don't, or we're not going to set up a ton of grow lights for something that we're only going to use for a short time. If you've got it, go for it. But if not, what I would do now is get your seed catalogs out. Look through the catalogs and select the seeds that you want to grow. Let's say there's some new variety you want to grow. This is the time to get your seeds. Now, the reason I say that is I have seen seeds run out. If they run out, there's no going back. They don't get any more until usually next year. So you want to get serious on that. Now, I want to get serious on this too. I don't care where you get your seeds from, because my best seeds that I've ever bought have been on eBay. I used to sell on eBay, not seeds. I don't think I did seeds. I did artwork. But anyways, I sold on eBay for over 15 years, and I bought a lot of seeds on eBay, including seeds I'm still growing that are over 5 and 6 years old. This is one of them. Now, you want to read the reviews. If you go to eBay or Etsy, read the reviews. If they say the seeds didn't grow, we weren't happy, step away, find somebody else. I have bought from some of the most famous seed companies, and I have had wonderful luck, but I've also had some that didn't grow right. Now, I'll tell you what, you have to remember, these companies do not all grow their own seeds. I don't care where you get the seeds from. You can buy a sugar baby watermelon from one person that you've got 1,000 people selling the same exact seeds from the same farmers that grow the product for the seeds. So just because you bought it from one place doesn't mean the place that's 10 times cheaper isn't the same seed. So where you get your seeds is not always that important, but you want to try different things. So the reason I want to bring that up is I want you to know, don't just concentrate on one thing. Get a few things you want to work with, because if one doesn't work out, you'll have something else. That's the big thing right now. Keep that in the back of your mind, that if you're going to go to Dollar Tree, 99 cents store. I've had terrific luck with Dollar Tree. The seeds were $1/4 a package. You can't get any cheaper than that, and they've grown great. In fact, I'm going to have to say that at the end of the season, they throw them down to 10 cents a piece. So I bought a ton of them, and I've had terrific luck with that. But get a few different types. So this way you're not disappointed. If one didn't work, then you'll have others still, getting ready to produce. So keep that in your thoughts. Now, the other thing is seed collecting. I do a lot of my own seed collecting. You know how I store them in photo albums. That works fantastic. I've got all kinds of seeds here that I have collected myself. I've got guamachil, that's a tree. I've got squash, different types of squash. I've got seeds that I bought that I put in here, seeds that I bought from eBay, different places. This is fabulous. Start going through your books if you're collecting it that way, or go through all your seeds. I've even got seeds saved in something like this, And then in the dish pan, I've got all kinds of seeds all back here that I'm saving. Go through your seeds because sometimes if they're not stored right, critters could get in there, eat your seeds, or they just could get damp, too much humidity. But I've had great luck in the photo books. Perfect. Everything I've saved in there has been great, unless the seeds were no good. Now, if you're really anxious to grow seeds now, there's one. In fact, I'm embarrassed to say that I planted these peppers about 6 months ago. It's in a pencil box. We will get more into actually planting seeds. I've got all new ways that I'm doing it that has been fantastic. But in the pencil box, you've seen this. I've got the videos on that. 6 months, and they're still growing. Can you believe it? Now, peppers, if you are a pepper person, keep in mind, they have a shiny leaf. They're very different than tomatoes. And they're perennial, so they can go on for years. They will sit. I've got like 50 of them in here. I don't know. I'm going to find a place to put them. But the thing is, they can withstand being held and waiting. So you want to give them a nice sunny window, not too much sun. You don't want to burn them. But because then once they're in your garden, they don't like that much sun. But you want to give them a lot of sun. You can grow them now. You can get a lot of different peppers and start them. You can transplant them, not what I did, but you can put them in individual pots and wait until your time is right. You have to go by your frost date. Some of us will be planting out in March. Some of us won't be planting until the middle of May. And the reason I'm talking about peppers is they have a different leaf. They're shiny and smooth, and they do really well in the house in a window. Where tomatoes, you can start them early. If you don't have a greenhouse, they have a different leaf, and they actually can stress out. They can get like white mold on it. They can get spider mite. They really stress in the house. I've had great luck with this. I also grow mushroom plant. That's another thing. I don't grow it from seeds. So we'll get into propagating. We're going to get a lot into propagating because you can have hundreds and thousands of free plants for yourself as well as to give to your friends. Here is the point I want to say. This is so big. If you start your seeds now, and it's not peppers and it's other types of plants, the problem could be you'll be holding on to it and watching them grow. And when you go outside, in April, May, some of you even in the beginning of June, the plants will be weak. When it's time to grow, these seeds, you can't stop them. And that's why it's sometimes better to get them a little later than way too early. A little early is okay, but way too early, you could end up with plants that look beautiful, but way too weak to grow in your garden. And by the time they go out there and you plant them, the vigor of growing is gone. So keep that in mind and check your frost date, the last frost date, and then you'll know that is the time to start thinking about planting outside, and you can start them a little before that. So what I want you to do is kick back this time of the year. We are in winter. Go through your seeds and think about what you want to grow. It's okay to get too many, but if you don't get enough, then you may not be able to get them later. You want to start peppers, but this is the time of year for us to rest, recoup, and get ready for spring. That will be here before you know it. So I hope I've given you some thought on that, because that's the way to do it. That's the way nature intended. And with that, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. Oh, this has been unreal. Oh my.